Hi guys, welcome to Mother Moon Tarot. This is going to be the Taurus reading for May. So first of all, happy birthday, Taurians. It is your season. Happy May. I wish you all a happy birthday, whether you've already had it or whether it's to come. So yeah, happy birthday, Taurus. Okay, a few things before we get into the cards. Yes, it is Taurus season. Taurus season is all about it's a very grounded and fixed, grounded earth energy. So there's a lot of, especially with the new moon coming in on Saturday, new moon in Taurus, there's a lot of focus on kind of those core bare essentials in your life. So trying to ground all those energies. So you may have been feeling particularly kind of coming up to this new moon in Taurus on the 4th of May. That there's a little bit of stagnancy, a little bit of anxiety, possibly a little bit of feeling a little bit uncertain, a little bit kind of shaky on, where you feel things are going, how you feel in terms of yourself. So the energy could have just kind of been a little bit stagnant or a little bit uneasy for you. But don't worry about that. That once the new moon comes in, that kind of energy is going to start to shift. Because the new moon energy is all about looking at those core bare essentials in your life. So taking a look at yourself, where you're going, how you're feeling about your own internal kind of being, what you want from life, what you want for yourself. It's also a time for taking a look at finances and really kind of putting together how you want things to go for the next year. It's also to do with, checking your character traits as well, things like that. So if there's things about yourself that you're not liking, or traits that you've noticed recently that you don't feel are you're in need of anymore, it's kind of shedding those kind of things or building new ones. So it's all about looking internally at the self, with a grounded kind of energy, and also looking at kind of your life, from the inside out, at everything you've got, your home, your family, your finances, your work, your career, your character traits, how you interact with other people. It's all about those sorts of things. So you're kind of almost taking an inward look at yourself and trying to kind of better those things and kind of align things a little bit more for yourself. So once the new moon kind of comes in on the 4th, there is a kind of change in that energy. So hopefully that is something that will benefit you, particularly if it is in your sign, which it is, Taurus. That will hopefully look at your it will apply to you more directly than others. But as always, take it how it resonates, because you could have other signs in your chart that that might resonate, more so with you. So as always, this is for, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurians. So if you feel inclined to check out, your moon sign or your rising sign, there may be messages in there for you guys too. So without further ado, I was meditating on your energy before I came on camera. I always do. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will be shuffling them again as well. And the messages that I got for you, Taurus, was to stop. Okay, so stop. Don't go charging on ahead. It's the time to stop, take a look at yourself, take a look around you, and figure out where it is that you're going. Figure out what direction you need to take before charging on ahead. So we'll see what comes out in your cards, but that's just what I got for you. So, okay, let's have a go. Let's have a look, see what the cards have to say. As always, guys, energy is fluid, so please, remember, it isn't linear. So, these energies might resonate with you now. They may resonate with you later. You might be ahead or behind the energy. You might be in it at the moment. So, please do remember that. Also, please don't get hung up on any of the genders on any of the cards. It could be male or female. It's just whatever's on the card is how I talk about the cards. And also, the energy in this can flip-flop. So, your energy could be here, it could be someone else's energy, that you're dealing with. So, keep that in mind as we kind of go through that as well. So, let's have a look. What does Taurus need to know for May, please? What does Taurus need to know for May? What does Taurus need to know for May, please? What does Taurus need to know for May? Ooh, okay. Taurus needs to know for May, please. Cards are flying out. Okay. What does Taurus need to know for May? Yeah. Okay. What does Taurus need to know for May, please? What does Taurus need to know for May? One more card. And there we have it. Okay, you had 2, so I'm going to take 2. Okay, so as always, Taurus, I'm just going to take a few minutes to look at the cards, put the messages together for you. You don't have to wait for me. You can skip on ahead if you want to. Let's have a little look. Okay. Okay, interesting. The energy that I'm feeling is actually, I don't feel a lot of past energy here at all with the cards that I have out here. I feel like this is very much, well, there's a very small bit, but I feel like this is very much a current energy, and then kind of moving forward into the month. So that's a really nice thing. It means that you're not dwelling on things that have kind of happened in the past. There is a little bit of energy, like I said, but it feels very current, so that's good. Okay, so we'll start off. So you have the King of Swords. I feel like this is energy that you are not yet in. I feel like this feels like you. It feels like you're trying to embody this energy. So you've had this energy before. You felt like, so the King of Swords is all about like thoughts and logic, and he's a king. You know, he stands tall and he sits in his throne, and he has other people that do things for him. He doesn't need to kind of get off his throne and do things because he's mastered all those things and he's gotten to a king's level. So he's a master of kind of thoughts and logic, and he's mastered that art, and he directs everything from where he's sitting. You've had that energy before, but I feel like lately you've kind of felt like you've lost that energy a little bit, like you've lost your footing in that. And like I said, like with the kind of between the full moon and the new moon, there has been that kind of stagnant and kind of uneasy kind of energy that I was talking about earlier. So I do feel like you've been feeling a little bit like that lately. But this feels like you're taking back your power with that. But I feel like it's kind of coming in, it's not straight away. It's kind of to come in within the month. You're taking back that kind of that energy of that king kind of logical thoughts and processes kind of energy. So you're getting that kind of status back as the month goes on, which is good. I'm glad, because it is your birthday month as well, and you should feel how you that strength and that kind of strong kind of inner kind of feeling as well, that conviction kind of feeling. So I do feel like you'll be getting that back. The reason I say that you're not there maybe just yet is purely because you have the Two of Wands here, and the Two of Wands is a very positive card in terms of, you're standing, you're waiting, he has the world in his hands there, and he's standing between 2 pillars. So 2 pillars, for me, this signifies, the like 1 and 1, 11, it's like 2 pillars. So you're kind of almost walking through a gateway. You're looking at the world, and it's like I said earlier, you're taking that time to almost look at the world from your own inner self. You're looking around at everything that you have in your life at the moment, your finances, your career, your character, who you are as a person, how you interact with everybody. You're taking that time to kind of almost go within and look at that whole world from an outsider's perspective, and you're ready to almost walk through the gates, those 2 pillars into like a new kind of chapter of your life. Like you can see he's staring out into the sea. So I feel like you're looking at that, you're taking stock of everything, and you're wanting to kind of move through into that new chapter. But you're kind of trying to embody that kind of King of Swords kind of energy first before you feel you can kind of do that fully. But it is on its way. So I really feel, that, like I said, it's current and kind of future energy that I felt here. So I really feel like that's a really nice card for you. And you will do it because, the third card you had out here, I can't speak today. The third card you had out here was the Strength card. So that tells you all, and if you look at the colors that are in both of these, there's yellow, there's both yellow, there's orange, there's white, in terms of, that's all to do with like positive new movement kind of forward. It's all to do with, kind of manifesting new things into your life and strength kind of energy. So, with the Strength card there being, major arcana, I really do feel like you will be kind of calling those things into your life, and you will be passing through and kind of moving through that kind of gateway into, that new chapter that you want for yourself. You just got to make the decision on what it is and what those things are for you, and have the strength to be able to kind of move forward with those with conviction. But you will, because you're embracing that Swords energy. You've also then got the High Priestess, and you know the High Priestess is all about that intuition. You know, you can see there's the moon there. She's got her third eye crown on there too. She's got pomegranates in the background as well, which are all about kind of new beginnings. New births to things. New beginnings. So you know, there's very much, I feel like if you're going within and taking a look at that world that you want, you know, from an outsider's perspective, because you're going within internally and connecting in with your intuition. Once you do make that kind of connection with the intuition there, especially with the moon, you know, the High Priestess is all about intuition. It's all about the black and white, and, you know, the here and the now, and the, you know, everything to do with locking into your intuition as opposed to your external kind of, your external thought process or your external way of being around everybody else. Once you connect into that intuition, I feel like things are going to start to click for you in the month of May. And I feel like then you're going to feel like you're getting that King of Swords energy back, and you feel the strength then to be able to move forward into kind of passing through those kind of gateways into that new kind of chapter. So I do feel like that energy kind of in general in your life is kind of coming round in all areas. Like I said earlier, you know, that new moon in Taurus energy is very much about all of those kind of core life things like finances, career, home, family, how you are internally as opposed to how you are externally to people. Character traits that you want to kind of disregard, new ones that you want to take on, you know. So you're definitely looking at yourself, connecting with your intuition and your inner knowing on things about how you want things to be going forward. So like I said, I really like that energy for you. The other thing I will say is in the month of May, Taurus, you may be dealing with a situation to do with a relationship. Now, relationships can be anything to do with a partner, a love relationship. It can be friends, family, colleagues, co-workers. It can be anything to do with that, you know. So, you know, it may not necessarily be a love relationship, but I feel strongly here that it is to do with a love relationship, but take it how it resonates. Like I said, it won't resonate for everyone. The reason I say that is I feel like you had the King of Cups here. The King of Cups are all about emotions and feelings. And the King is very much, you know, a master of those. You can see he's looking out, he's staring out. He's got one foot almost in the water there as well. So almost in that kind of that watery energy, that intuition. Similar to the High Priestess here, like you can see the end of her dress is almost like water. It isn't, but it's almost like that watery kind of intuitive kind of element. But the King of Cups usually would imply, you know, there being an abundance of kind of love and emotions here. Feelings and kind of love, feelings of love and emotions of love as well. And I feel like this feels like almost like you wanting to make an offer to someone, you wanting to kind of express how you feel to someone. You want that kind of you want a solid love relationship with someone, and you want to make that solid. You want it to be known, you want it to be strong and stable, but you're not sure how to get it. And the reason I say that is because you have the Three of Swords here. The Three of Swords is always to do with like pain and heartache. It could be an issue that you dealt with in the past. I feel like this is past energy. For some of you, there's like two categories here. For some of you, this is past energy heartache that you've had to deal with and that you're still kind of processing, because you actually do want that love and those emotions and those feelings with that person. Or this is a new kind of maybe relationship that you are in, and it's causing you some pain and some heartache at the moment. And the reason I say at the moment for some of you is because the card that fell out along with this card at the end was the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is all to do with, you know, bickering amongst themselves. So they're all fighting, but they don't actually know what any of them are fighting for. So I feel like there could be some bickering, some arguing, to do in this new relationship for you, if this is a new relationship. So that might be causing a little bit of heartache and a little bit of pain at the moment. I wouldn't really worry about it too much. It's just a little bit of, I feel like because there's a lot of kind of grounding energy this month where you're kind of taking a look at where you want to kind of go, and you're kind of trying to change things so that you navigate onto your right path again. I feel like that just could be causing a little bit of conflict with maybe this situation or them with you, you know, it could be vice versa as well. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. It is just kind of bickering amongst themselves. To me, this situation, if it is that situation whereby it is a new person or a new love in your life, I feel like that will kind of like dissipate or kind of peter out. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. If this is a situation whereby this is a past pain to do with love, I do feel like you're almost like reevaluating that. You're taking a look at that again, and you're realizing that actually it did cause you more pain than you thought. And you're almost like, well, damn, I actually really want that, you know, these emotions, this love, this cup of love with this person. How do I get that back? How do I get that kind of ground? How do I ground that energy again and make it more stable? And I feel like this Five of Swords in that situation is to do with you almost battling through battling through all of these kind of these issues in your own head about how you're going to make them more stable, or how you can kind of get back into this person's life, or how you can kind of make that gesture of goodwill and you know, come, you know, say sorry or come back to them, or whoever it is that you're dealing with. I feel like it's very much like you're battling within your own head of how to sort things out and how to bring this love back into stability, so that you do have that cup of feelings, love and emotions. Okay, so that's the main reading for you. So I feel like there's a balance between you internally in your own life to do with everything that is your core essentials. So like I said, money, finances, career, home, family, the direction you want to take in life, you know, kind of really honing in on how you want to be as a person, how you may want to change things you want to leave behind. There's very much a grounding energy of, just kind of aligning kind of, you know, your new focus or your new direction before you kind of you move on ahead full steam. So there's a balance between that, and then a balance between this situation in love, whether it be a new relationship that you're just in, you know, and kind of trying to balance out that kind of small bickering that you might be having, or the situation whereby it's a past love and you're trying to restabilize that in some way or another. So there's a balance between the internal you and this kind of love situation. But overall, Taurus, I mean, I feel like it's a really good reading. There's a lot of positivity here, you know, other than that, you know, that kind of, that little bit of heartache and that pain and that kind of trouble trying to figure out these kind of these burdens or these issues a little bit. It's a very positive reading. You know, you're going within, you're finding, you know, you're going within, you're contemplating, you know, your whole world from an outsider's perspective. You've got the strength to move forward, and you've got the strength to figure out whatever this little heartache, you know, or pain is here, and you've got the strength to kind of get that cup of emotions and love back. So whatever it is this month, I feel like I feel like these two are the key to this month, having the strength and having the strength almost to go within and trust your intuition on things. And because trusting your intuition is going to lead to, those pomegranates are all to do with new birth, new things, new beginnings. So having the strength to go within, you can see as well, there's that in the infinity symbol there. So, you know, I feel like you've got almost like infinite strength to kind of battle through and kind of figure all this stuff out this month. So really good reading. Honestly, I don't feel like I need to pull any clarifier cards for any of these. Oh, actually, no, I am. I'm going to pull a clarifier, and I'm going to still use the same deck. So let's have a look. I want to know a little bit more about this King of Cups. So why is the King of Cups here for Taurus, please? Why is the King of Cups here for Taurus? Why is the King of Cups here for Taurus, please? Why is the King of Cups here for Taurus? Why is the King of Cups here for Taurus? That one. Okay. And I also want to pull one for the Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here for Taurus, please? Why is the Three of Swords here for Taurus? Why is the Three of Swords here for Taurus? Why is the Three of Swords here for Taurus? Okay, that's too many. I'm not going to take those. Alright. Why is the Three of Swords here for Taurus, please? May. Why is the Three of Swords here for Taurus? Okay. Okay, yep. Okay, so to clarify the King of Cups, like I was saying, that you want to try and make a more stable offer in love to do with your emotions and your feelings, and you want that stability back. You got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very much about charging in with that thoughts and that logic. So whatever thoughts and logic you've been trying to put together in your head about wanting to make this stable kind of offer, or wanting this more stability in your love, in your in your emotions and your feelings, you're charging in to tell that person. That knight, you can see he's the fastest knight in the deck. He's charging in there. He's going really fast. He wants to be able to express whatever it is that's in this cup to this person. So you're rushing in here to do that. Now, like I said, I really feel like I said before I, in my meditation that I did before the reading, your message was to stop, wait, and take a look at where you're going before you charge on ahead like a bull. So I do feel like that maybe corresponds to this a little bit. Don't go rushing in before you've taken the time to really think, really go within and click in with your intuition before you make a decision on how you want to get the stability. Because otherwise I feel like you're going to get there, you're going to run forward, you're going to get there, and then you're not going to know what to do or what to say because you haven't thought about it properly. You just know that you wanted to get that message across. So just take time to really think about what it is that you want to, swords and logic. Swords are all about logic and thought. Okay, so take time to think about what it is that you want to actually say and how you actually want to present yourself before you go rushing in to tell this person about what you want in terms of that love situation or those emotions and feelings or that stability that you want back. Okay. And to clarify that again, to double confirm almost what I was saying to you there, the card that came out to clarify the Three of Swords was the Hermit. So again, the Hermit is all about taking time to go within, to retreat into yourself, take that time of quietness, of contemplation, and really take time to figure out how you felt about this situation, this pain, this heartache that you went through, or this situation with someone to do with love. And, really think about how you feel about that before you go, charging in with this message. I will also say as well that I really feel like whoever this is that caused you this pain, or whoever the situation is that you're connected to, whoever this person is that this Three of Hearts is to do with, I really feel like you look at them like they are the star, okay? Like they are that kind of guiding, shining light in your life, and you've only just recently realized that. And that's why this kind of hurts, and why you're revisiting this pain, why you're trying to figure out, why you're taking time to go within and figure out your thoughts and your logic about how you feel about this person in terms of your emotions, your feelings, before you go rushing in to tell them. So, take time to go within, click in with your intuition, and that's where you'll kind of get your insight on where you'll then be able to figure out what it is that you want to say and how you want to say it before you charge in. So, okay, so that was your main reading. I'm just going to pull a few oracle cards now to go with it. So, as always, guys, all the information about the decks that I use is down below in the description box if you want to know what they are. So, first of all, we're going to pull the Moonology. So, what does Taurus need to know for May, please? What does Taurus need to know for May? What does Taurus need to know for May, please? What does Taurus need to know? What does Taurus need to know in their birthday month? What extra information can we get for Taurus in the month of May? Okay, absolutely. You got surrender to the divine. Full moon. So yeah, I definitely feel that's very significant for you. Like I said, you're surrendering to the energies of this kind of Taurus kind of season, whereby you're going within, figuring out where you want to take your next steps, how you want to move there, how you want to get there, your direction that you're going. So it's about surrendering all those things up to, the divine and divine timing and the universe, and just letting it go, putting it out there, and then hoping that the energies will take you there. And to do with this situation, this love situation, I definitely feel like that is very much to do with this as well. It is very much connected. If you're surrendering those things that you want up to the divine timing, divine timing, that will come into play whenever it's supposed to. So definitely, you're doing the work, you're putting the work in, you're connecting with your intuition. And I feel like once you do connect with your intuition, that's you surrendering it up, and then it's going to move forward. So yeah, very, very nice energy. I like that. Okay, and one from the Spirit Oracle. So, what does Taurus need to know from May, please? What does Taurus need to know from May? What does Taurus need to know from May? What does Taurus need to know from May? One card. Oh, I said one card and two fly out. It's typical, isn't it? You obviously have a lot to say. Okay, let's have a look. We get Christos, and I'll read it. It says, "You are eternally loved and held within the palm of creation. Feel my presence beside you, my dear friend, for I am always with you. You are always in my heart." Absolutely. So I feel like that very much embodies a similar sort of energy to this. So it's the surrendering up to the divine, because when you surrender everything up to the divine, and when you let go, then the universe will always come in to support you in some way. So I feel like those two are very connected. It's feeling the present, feeling the things that you want, surrendering them up to the universe, feeling the presence of the universe that's supporting you behind you, and just knowing that that's always there for you. So yeah, very much. I feel like you're almost finding the strength to almost do that this month, because you're clicking into your intuition and realizing that you need to surrender those things up and see where things take you. The second one then that you got is honesty. And I feel like that's definitely got a connection to do with this love situation here, and in terms of you wanting to rush in with this information and be honest about how you feel and what you actually want in terms of that love and those love and emotions. I can't speak today. So it says, "Love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. Be honest with yourself, discover what it is that you truly desire, and then speak your truth clearly. Always speak with love and compassion, and know that the truth will never harm anyone when spoken from a place of love." Absolutely. That's exactly what I was saying to you. Take that time to go within and really figure out what it is that how you feel about this situation in love. About how you want to stabilize that for yourself, or how you want to bring that love into your life before you go rushing ahead and making that kind of declaration, or that speaking that truth. So yeah, speak your truth. Just take the time to really figure it out and think about it before you go rushing on ahead. So yeah, honesty I think is a really nice card to get in that as well. And I feel like there's an element of honesty in everything else that you're doing this month, in terms of looking at that whole kind of your world from an outsider's perspective, and really gaining an understanding of where you are. You're looking at it from an honest perspective, and you're being honest with yourself, and you kind of go within and click in with your intuition. That's why I really feel like that's a very positive and powerful card that you have here. So that's it. I love it. So that is you, Taurus. I hope that it resonated in some way. As always, please let me know in the comments if it did. And please like, share, and subscribe as well if you haven't done so. Also, if you ever want to donate to the channel, I am eternally grateful if you do, because it helps me to be able to put out more content like this for you guys. So it's always welcome as well if you feel inclined. But other than that, guys, I hope you have a wonderful month. Please celebrate your birthdays. Enjoy them with friends and family. I hope it's ace. And enjoy the new moon energy that comes in as well after the 4th of May. So as always, Taurus, I love you loads, and I will see you in June. Bye.